Read between the lines, it's Mandy and Deb. Books, bold opinions, and things that we've read. Pour up a glass, spill all the tea. Dark romance or rom-com spree. Read between the wines, where every sip comes with a plot twist.
Welcome back to Read Between the Wines with Mandy and Deb. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Deb.
Who's our special guest today, Deb?
It's my husband, poor Gary.
Indeed,
Hi,
poor
Gar.
Gary. Hello.
I just noticed you have a Holden Beach shirt on.
Of course,
Very
I got a
nice.
rep. It's
salty.
that weird temperature outside where it's like kind of warm but also kind of not. So I'm rocking shorts and a long sleeve shirt because this is one of 2 long sleeve shirts that I own.
Nice. Well, welcome, Gar. We're so happy to finally have you on. It only took almost a year.
Yeah.
Has it been almost a year?
Yeah.
Well, we're short of that, but I mean,
When did we officially start recording this? Was it June?
actually, I think it was
Summer.
like May or yeah. So we are almost there.
Yeah. Ooh, we're gonna have to do something special for our 1-year anniversary.
Keg stands. Just kidding.
I didn't even do keg stands in high
We were-
school.
We were just having Deb and I were just having this conversation with
Yeah.
Ashley about this kind of thing. So that's where my head went automatically.
I've done 1, 2.
No, I think you've done a couple. You've done a couple
Twice.
since I've been with you.
I did it at a Memorial Day party and I
Yep.
did it at my neighbor's graduation.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was potentially not 21, but
Whatever.
It's
We
fine.
won't rat you out.
So Gary's here today because Deb and I have read Dungeon Crawler Carl,
Yes.
and I think it was Gary that recommended this to Deb, who then
Mhm.
recommended it to me. And here we are.
we're gonna chat about it.
We're going
did
to do
I
a
actually
chat.
recommend it to you?
Yes.
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did. Well, you
I-
forced me to listen to it on a couple of car rides up to
Well,
New Jersey from North
It was
Carolina.
on while you were trying to sleep in the car rides between Jersey and North Carolina.
Yeah.
And she got hooked, I guess.
But no, you
don't-
did. You said to read it.
I said you might like it. I think the only people I actually recommended it to was Neil and Ryan,
Yeah.
my brothers.
These are right up their alley.
Yeah.
This is a boy book.
Boy fantasy,
Oh, yeah.
as we like to call it.
This is a boy book. It's so different from anything I've ever read in my entire life.
Same.
It is interesting.
I
Very
had
interesting.
a fun time, though.
Yeah, no, I did too. I
Fun
did
time.
too. I'm definitely excited to talk about it because this book is not new. This book has been out for a while, but for some
Mhm.
reason, it is just becoming super duper popular right now. Like everybody is talking about this book.
When was it
There's not, like-
published?
2020.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's still fairly new.
I mean, 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also released 6 others after.
Well, right.
7 books
fine.
in 6 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Rebecca, take notes. Thank you.
The only person that can compare to that is Brandon Sanderson, who just writes because that's all he does. Releases 4 books in a year because he's a psychopath.
He just cranks them out, doesn't he?
We love Brandon Sanderson. Haven't
I
read any
don't
of his
know if-
stuff yet, but well, I started Mistborn, but
We love him. I don't know what it's like to read his books, but we love him. I have Mistborn. It's up there somewhere. Okay, we'll get there. But anyway,
there. It
so
exists.
we're here to talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl today. Before we do that, everybody have a beverage today.
we got Prosecco.
I do too, Deb.
I made myself an
Yay.
old fashioned.
Wow. To go with your creaky
Wow.
knees.
To go with my creaky knees.
Oh my God.
Creaky knees and bad back.
And he calls me old.
You're old in years. I'm old in everything else.
Yeah.
You guys are both so young. Just shut up, both of you.
I'm not that much younger than you.
You are like 5
5
years
years.
younger than me.
Yeah, that's not like a huge difference.
No.
Just figure this. When I'm 44, you'll still be able to say I'm in my 30s.
Okay. And when I'm Gary gets to still say he's in his 20s right now, so
It's funny because she gives me shit because I'm turning 30 this year, but she's also turning 35 this year, so.
yeah, couple weeks.
Like, oh, how does it feel? You're going to be in your 30s. Oh, well, at least I'm not 35.
Yeah.
So rude.
Well, I hope you're doing something big for his 30th birthday.
I'm thinking about it.
We got time.
Oh.
You got some time.
It's
Thinking about
September.
it.
We're good.
All right.
We got a while.
Welcome to the 30s club. As you'll be, and well, no, I'll already be out of the 30s club when you enter it by the time
Yeah.
your birthday rolls
Oh,
around. So
yeah.
that is so sad. God.
Damn, you're 10 years older than me?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought
Damn.
Neil was around. Neil's 8 years
He's
older
close.
than you.
Neil's
right?
8 on me. Yeah.
Well, I'm just the old lady here today.
Not old.
So who wants to talk about a book?
You're ridiculous.
I know. I try.
Like 40 is friggin' old.
It feels it.
You'll be old when you're 85.
If I make it to there.
Yeah, you'll make it to there. You
Shit, Amanda,
will.
think you could be 65. I know a couple of people that are 65.
Me too. One of them is definitely watching this.
Yeah.
Steve just hit favorite son-in-law again.
Oh, God.
That's funny. No, just kidding, Gar. Johnny boy loves you. No, can't do any wrong. You took Deb away. You're good. You're golden.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of person.
All right, guys, should we get into this book? We're just going to do like an overall discussion on this book today. We're not going to go through it like we normally do. We're not going to do timeline stuff like that because if you're here, you've probably read this book. So we're kind of just going to
Roll
go
with
through
it.
thoughts, things, blah, we're just going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So this book is I've never heard this term before as LitRPG. Gary, what the fuck is that? What is that?
It's I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's essentially just you get transported somewhere else and you live like a different life.
Okay.
Like what's 18 again or some shit? Freaky Friday. Like kind of similar where one's the other and they're now living that life, except this is fantasy / sci-fi and feet.
This is a really good book for people who are really familiar with like video games and Dungeons and Dragons and like that kind of thing. And Gary, I mean, spends a lot of his time playing video games. So this is, and I also enjoy them from time to time. So I mean, this was a fun book to get into for like that type of atmosphere that you wanted, like high tension and what's coming around the next corner and what's going to happen next type of thing.
Right. Yeah, I definitely definitely got the video game aspect out of it, which I really thought was cool. But when we talk a little bit more, some of the things I was like, I don't know what this means because I'm not a gamer. Like my gaming is like Mario Kart, maybe Resident Evil. That's it.
You played Zelda.
Zelda, yeah.
Zelda is
okay.
an RPG game, right?
Yeah, I guess, right? I don't know. See, that's what, like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
terms mean. I don't know what makes a game RPG, what doesn't. I don't know. So,
Well, I mean, technical terms, RPG stands for role-playing game.
right. So
So
aren't
you're
all
playing a
games
role.
like role-playing games? Video
RPG
game
is more
wise?
like D&D. Like you pick a character, you build the character to certain things, like how you want it to be. I don't know if I'd really call Zelda an RPG as much as just an action-adventure game.
Whatever.
The older Zeldas are puzzle games, essentially. But like D&D would be RPG, World of Warcraft, anything kind of like that where you can pick a class like Carl does and kind of branch on into a specific avenue and play a role in
Well,
the
I'm going to
game.
have a lot more questions about
Oh, yeah.
all of that later. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, don't even know what World of Warcraft is, not a clue.
Consider yourself lucky you don't know what WoW is.
RuneScape?
Deb, you were the one who was telling me that I should play Dungeons and Dragons, that it's so fun. And I'm like, I
You
don't
would
know
have a lot
where
of
to
fun.
begin. I don't even know where to start.
It's intimidating, but you would have a lot of fun. Like if we did something that was more geared towards like present day instead of like, I feel like a lot of Dungeons and Dragons can tend to gear towards like
Dark Age-esque.
Yeah.
Medieval times-esque.
Right.
It's a lot more fantasy than sci-fi most of the time.
Right.
The only thing I know about Dungeons and Dragons is what I've seen on The Big Bang Theory. Like, that's it.
Did you not watch Stranger Things?
No.
Oh my goodness. Amanda. What are you doing?
watch nothing. I watch
nothing. Oh my
nothing.
goodness.
She indeed watches nothing. And Gary, she didn't think shrinking was funny.
Oh, you're insane. I love Jason Segel though. There's quite a few actors that if I see them in something, I'm all for it, and two of those are Jason Segel and Paul Rudd.
I do like Jason Segel. I do like him. I loved him in How I Met Your Mother, and I Love You, Man. What a great movie that is.
Yes, it is. That is in my top 5 all time.
I love that movie.
It might be the favorite movie all time. I love that movie so much.
Later's on the Menjay.
This is awesome. Awesome.
Give it all you got. Give it all you got. What a good movie.
It's so
all right.
good.
Well, I think I fell asleep during one of the episodes of Shrinking, so I'll go back and try. I think maybe I got through like 5 or 6 episodes. I don't know, but I was like, this is like, it's funny, but it's not like.
I feel like you kind of have to be a part of the humor. I mean, if you like Jason Segel, everything he does probably should make you laugh in that show. It's very Jason Segel.
It's on brand.
I get a lot of Marshall from How I Met Your Mother in that.
Oh,
but
totally.
It's
in one of the first episodes, he's like talking like Dracula. I'm like, this guy loves Dracula. Like every movie he's in, it's a Dracula reference. Something.
It's a lot like a lot of the humor can be just like situational and dry and stuff where it's like Harrison Ford just says something so ridiculous like
right.
I love him.
But that's the humor that I get from it. But
yeah, I'll try it again because both Deb and Ashley were like, we don't know you. All right. Back to the dungeon.
Yes.
All right. Did either of you have any idea what this book was going to be like when you first went into it?
I kind of did.
Okay.
Because I got snippets.
Yeah, she would get pieces when she woke up from her passenger princess naps before she fell back asleep again.
I was indeed Princess Donut.
I kind of did. My one friend who has recommended most of the books that I've liked, I've known him freshman year of college. He recommended it to me. He listened to it. I think him and Dan listened to it when they came to visit us in North Carolina, and it was enjoyable. It was a fun book. And he said, I'd probably not recommend it to anyone, but a lot of the humor in here seems like your style, that you would really enjoy it. So, I knew it was the dungeons, it was Earth kind of collapsing and everything, and the people that went into the dungeons, it was the RPG style, kind of like D&D, whatever. And they were going through stuff just to survive, or they died legitimately if they died in the dungeon. So I kind of had an idea, not as ridiculous as this book is. I was not
Yeah.
prepared for many, many things that happened throughout the course of this book, but I knew the general premise and what it would be, just not
Not to
the
that level.
not the level of feat that was involved.
I was literally just thinking, oh my god, the amount of foot fetish references in this book was unreal.
That was bizarre. That
was
like
so
the
funny.
AI following them had such a fetish
So
for his
good.
feet. It's like, ew. Ew.
Yeah.
This book is absolutely ridiculous and in one of the best ways possible. It's such a reprieve from
It's silly,
Yeah.
but very funny. Yeah. I
Yes.
got the humor in it, and I was like, yes, this is ridiculous, but absolutely hilarious at the same
Mhm.
time. Who thinks of this? But I'm glad they did, because this is funny.
Yes. Yeah.
It was a good time.
And the first book alone, which is why you saying I recommended it to you outright, which I don't think I did. After the first book, I'm like, I love this book, but I am never telling anybody about it ever, because I can't let them know what books I'm listening to if this is what I'm listening to.
Now you know how I feel with my dark romance.
I was just gonna say, how do you think we feel, Gar,
Yeah.
with the books, some of the stuff that we listen to?
Well, okay, but I listened to it 2 years ago before it started showing up everywhere on social media. I listened to it before it was as well known as it's becoming, where
So you're ahead of the game.
I
You
guess,
were cool
but
before everybody else was.
Yes.
something like that.
All right, so what do we think about Carl and his little piggies?
He needs to put the piggies away.
He can't now.
I
There's,
know.
No, he
I know.
cannot.
I guess
He's
I
not
guess
allowed.
he's not allowed to put his little footsies in
His
any shoes
friggin'
now.
toe ring.
The toe ring, yeah. But how weird.
Why? Why is there a toe ring? I thought Carl was the most normal out of everything.
Oh, totally. Yes.
The most normal.
Absolutely.
Even with him required essentially for the popularity of himself to stay in his boxers and use his feet uncovered for everything, yes, 100% he is the most normal.
Yeah.
So
maybe
good.
the exception of the Meadowlark staff, who are just trying to take care of the old people and everything, but
Yeah.
Carl by far the most normal person, just the most reasonable and sensible too, in just such a ridiculous environment.
Right.
Yes.
I love Princess Donut though, which means I have to love Carl because they're a package deal. I mean, she's just the sass is sassing.
I do love Princess Donut. I don't remember what her full name is, because it's not just Princess Donut.
Hold
It's
on.
Grand Champion something or other.
Yeah.
Princess Donut
I have it pulled up.
of something or other.
GCBWRNW Princess Donut, the Queen Anne Chonk,
That's it.
and
Queen
her
Anne
Royal Court
Chonk.
of Princess Donut.
She's just
And Carl's the royal guard.
yes. I love that when Princess Donut becomes this like talking character in this, she immediately she's already stronger and smarter than Carl, and
Her
she goes
chara-
in and changes all his stuff.
Yeah. Her charisma starts off at like a 30, which is ridiculous, but also on brand.
She's, and like I kind of at that point I'm like, okay, the book is named Dungeon Crawler Carl, so Carl is definitely our main character, but I don't know, Princess Donut is like kind of fighting for that top spot there.
Yeah,
She's
we got our
so funny.
MMC, FMC, you know.
Well, I hope it's not like that.
I hope
Something
it's
bad.
not like that.
I will tell you now, no, it is
Okay.
not like that.
Well, because I know at a certain point in this series they get to like, and it's coming up pretty soon after the end of this, they get to like change what they are.
Right.
So yikes.
I think it's the next floor they pick a race, and then the floor after that they pick a specialty or something like that. I don't remember.
Okay.
Again, these were all like 2 years ago, but
Okay. That's fine.
You
All
don't
right. Well,
gotta
so
be perfect here.
this is where I think we're going to spend a lot of the time, because I have questions about
Oh, of
how all of
course.
this works.
yeah.
As we've established, not a gamer. You guys are.
Kind
So
of.
explain
I
to me how
kind
this
of
all
am.
works. I don't understand. The first time I read through this, I had to run over into Steve. I'm like, Steve, what the fuck is mana? What is that? I don't know what that is. Like, she's going through mana. She has to use it for something. I'm like, what is that?
Okay. HP, health points, hit points, whatever, obviously, how much you have before you die, that you understand. Mana is a resource to use spells. So attacks, unless there's something special about it, typically don't use mana as a resource. You could just, like, if you're going to punch someone, you could just punch them. But if you're trying to use something like Donut uses Magic Missile, that typically costs mana. And that's X amount of mana to use this skill.
So is that like your spell health bar?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes much more sense
You
now.
got it. You got it.
You don't die when you run out of mana, but then you can no longer cast spells when you don't have any mana.
Right. Okay. All right. That makes a little
Unless
bit
you
more
get
sense.
like specific items or anything like that that will refuel your mana.
Okay. All right. And there was also another part of this, well, I call it game because that's how it reads, but you know, you can get boxes or loot boxes or whatever, but you can only open them in certain spaces. Is that something that is like throughout games, how things are done? I don't even know how to ask the question, but I'm like, why can't they just open it now? You have to be in a safe room or some kind of like.
I mean, most games don't necessarily have safe rooms per se. Most of them you can kind of just open wherever. I'm guessing it's more just for the plot of they see they got
Gotcha.
40 loot boxes and it's, oh, we need to find our way to a safe room so that we can open these boxes, and then they run into something. Just I think in the book it's more for plot purposes.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, man, since you and I played Zelda together, anytime you get a chest of something that is of high value, you have to destroy a mini boss, a boss or something before you can actually open that chest or that chest
Right.
appears. So, I mean, kind of to what you're saying, yes. Like, it kind of coincides a little
Got
bit. But
you.
no, but what Gary is saying most of the time for like, I never played anything like crazy. Like Gary has probably played where
You did a
you
little
know,
bit of Baldur's Gate, but
yeah, I mean, we did, but not to the extent that you did. So, to Gary's point too, you know, it's a little bit more for the plot.
Got you. But would you say like the way this is written, are the comparisons, do you think like, oh yeah, like this stuff actually does happen in these games that I play? I don't mean like specifically. I mean like the overall, like, yeah, this reads like a game that I would
Yes.
play or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than walking around barefoot and squishing monsters with your toes. That I don't
I
mean
mean,
that.
hey,
With your toe ring.
if you're so Baldur's Gate 3, you can kind of just do whatever you want. If you want to
Yeah.
run around naked, you can run around naked.
I've
Indeed
never
you
heard
can.
of this.
Your
I've
armor's
never
really
heard of this.
bad, and you'll probably die. But
What
if you
is this
want to, you
called?
can. Baldur's Gate 3, it's essentially D&D turned into a video game instead of like physically rolling dice yourself and sitting
Right.
around a table with people. It's
Right.
D&D the video game, essentially.
Interesting.
It's fun.
Now I have to look this up. I can't get through the new games that they play because I don't know how the buttons work, so I don't think this is going to happen. But
I told you, get a pro controller. You will be
Deborah,
right at
it is
home.
the same thing as an Xbox remote. I looked at it. It's the same thing that we already have. There's too many fucking buttons.
It's the same thing as a GameCube controller, Amanda. You'll be just fine.
Button
That's how
placement
old
on
I
the
am,
GameCube
guys.
controller is different.
No.
After GameCube, as soon as remotes got more complicated, I stopped playing games because I don't know where the fucking buttons are.
The GameCube controller has a giant circle that says A as one button in the middle of the right side of the
Gary,
controller.
you
Exactly,
do realize that the entire thing, the Pro controller is basically the same layout with maybe a couple of differentials.
It's
It's
a
not anything
controller.
crazy.
It's a controller, but it's not the GameCube. The GameCube and the N64 controllers are very distinguished from most other controllers. Like PlayStation and Xbox both have the
Yeah, because
joysticks
they
at the
looked
bottom.
weird.
And then, yeah, they're different.
I
The Pro
think the one
controller
that
is-
you told me looks more like a Switch, and that still has too many buttons.
Yeah, it's a Pro controller.
No, I want the GameCube controller. Less
They
buttons.
They did
If-
remake it
If you're
as
playing
a wireless.
Yeah, if you're playing, I mean, even wired, if you're playing on a Switch, you can get an adapter to plug in GameCube controllers.
Right.
Because that's the last time I actually enjoyed playing a game was when I played Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. And then after it got like all these upgrades and redos, and now I can't use that remote anymore. I suck at it.
Oh, please.
That's what I used to do. I do have somewhere an adapter to connect GameCube controllers to my Switch because I like the feel of the GameCube controller more. And
Yeah,
my one
right?
friend is extremely sweaty and tries really hard at Smash Bros. So I
Oh.
use the GameCube controller to try to
Alex.
beat him. Hmm.
You're so
We love
funny.
Alex.
You
Yeah,
just gave up Mr. Sweaty Hands.
he cares very much about being good and doing well in video games, and it works because he is. But
A little too well.
he tries to optimize everything and be very good at every game that he plays. Succeeds, but
Okay. All right.
I found it for you. I will send it.
Okay. Well, we'll see if this changes anything. It probably won't. But we'll try.
It's literally the GameCube controller, but wireless.
Okay. All right. Fine. We'll look into that then. All right. Also in this book, we have a lot of interjections with the AI that comes on and starts to, explain what things are and how you can use certain items and how did that sound in the audio? Because I read the book. How was that experience? Because I know before we started recording, Gary, you had said that you thought I would enjoy it a little bit more doing the audio.
I'm normally very to each their own. If you prefer to read, you read. I do audio just because it's easier. I can do it at work. I
Right.
would rather play games than read.
Right.
So when I'm home, I would rather play video games. So I listen to audiobooks while I'm in the car or driving, whatever.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's an additional experience to be had doing the audiobook for Dungeon Crawler Carl, just because everything Jeff Hayes was doing with narration was phenomenal. The voices, listening to it. A lot of my problem with audiobooks and books that I maybe don't like as much as others comes from the narrator because I do 99% audio.
Right.
Every character has a distinct voice. There's when they figure out how the messaging works, there's noises to denote that this is a message and not a person talking in face to face or anything like that. And it's
Right.
everything that Jeff Hayes did with the whatever the production team was for the audiobook for Dungeon Crawler Carl was just everything they did was phenomenal for it.
Okay.
I think it would be a completely different experience listening to it than physically reading it.
Okay.
I agree because I listened to it. And Jeff Hayes is so funny. He makes Carl sound like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. We were talking about that before.
Joe
And
from Family Guy.
Joe from Family
you.
Guy. I mean, he was just so funny. And then before we started recording, Mandy was saying how she is envisioning Princess Donut as Emily Blunt, and you are not
Absolutely.
far off. You are
Okay.
not far off at all. Like, he did such a good job narrating everything. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have even known that there was one person doing the same narration through this entire book. It was so good. He did an
Okay.
excellent, excellent job. You should try
All
it.
right.
You should.
Okay. I could try it. Yeah. But I'm glad you said that what I had in my head kind of aligned with the audio for
Yeah.
Princess Donut. Because I'm like, there is no reason for her to have a British accent, but that's
Your-
just how it came through in my head.
Your impression of Donut was almost entirely spot on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just see her as Emily Blunt from The Devil Wears Prada, like kind of like a little bit bitchy, definitely like a diva, like she knows better than everybody else with a British
she
accent.
sure
I'm like,
does.
who is that? It's Emily Blunt from Devil Wears Prada.
Princess
Yep.
Donut is the diva.
She
The
is.
Love
diva.
her. I
She
love her
is.
so much.
She's so good. So
She's
good.
So funny. I loved that one part where after they beat that one boss, the juicer guy,
Juicer.
and she was like dying, but clearly not dying. She had her potion and she's like, "Oh, Carl, if I don't make it out alive, you have to go." I don't like she's clearly fine. She's just like feigning death. I'm like, that's hilarious.
The drama.
The drama. Yeah.
As a cat would.
Yeah.
Bowl is not filled precisely at 6 o'clock. Meltdown.
The world. Oh, the horror.
You would like the audio. You absolutely would like the audio. I think if we keep going with this, you need to do the audio.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, that's fair. And maybe I will. But
It's like it's legitimately like watching a movie, listening to
Okay.
the audio for Dungeon Crawler Carl.
All right.
I'm sure you can come up with voices in your head and everything like people typically do when they physically read the book, but it's
Right.
everything Jeff Hayes did was fantastic. I don't think I would have enjoyed it if I read it
Mhm.
myself versus listening to it, because
I don't think
everything
so
Jeff
either.
Hayes did was absolutely fantastic.
It
Well,
was
and the
great.
fact that you guys are saying that what I already had in my head is kind of how this is already lining up makes me a little bit more confident in saying like, okay, I think this will be cool then, that I'll
Yeah.
like it.
And
Okay.
I
All
also
right.
think the first couple of books in the series are even better for audio, just because
Okay.
I mean, you read the first book, it's Floors 1 and 2. It's just, you're reading it, you're like, this is not a real story that somebody actually thought of and wrote. It's so ridiculous. There's so much random shit that happens throughout the entire book that you're like, what am I reading right now?
Well,
That-
let's talk about the random shit. Let's what?
I couldn't keep track. I was like, how did we get here?
I mean, it starts off completely random. I mean,
Yeah.
Carl
You're
is trying
introduced-
to get his cat, his ex-girlfriend's cat back inside, and then everything just collapses, and it's like, what is going on? And now we have how many level, 18 level dungeon? Is that
It is 18
that is
floors.
under?
It's an
Yeah.
and it's an alien game show. Like,
right. Well,
it's
yeah.
it's like Hunger Games meets D&D, basically.
I was thinking about Hunger Games while I was reading this, because the way that they say that the game, I'm like, oh, okay, do they have game makers, basically? You know, people who, and with computers and AI and everything, are creating situations for the players, the people that are crawlers, actually, that are in the dungeon, and they can feed off of what their strengths and weaknesses are. So I just thought of them as game makers, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't remember if it was in this book or one of the other ones. It's not really a spoiler. You kind of find out that these games have been going on for years, like decades, centuries.
Yeah.
And it's different races that host them each time.
Right.
With different planets where they're trying to do the same exact thing. So
okay. What kind of confused me a little bit were there were different companies or governments that host them every year. Is that what that is? Are they okay?
So it's different, like, major companies of certain races and planets and everything, different civilizations throughout the universe, whatever, that will host it. I think this one is Boran.
Yes. Yeah.
If I remember the name correctly. So that's who's hosting this one. They go to one of the universe superpowers, whatever, and say, hey, you're hosting this year's, like the World Cup or the Olympics. Hey, you're hosting this year.
Right.
And they try to come up with a new, it's always a dungeon, I'm pretty sure, but there's different rules. Like the one in this book just so happened to be role playing with classes and that type of stuff, where others it's something else. Or you might have something like obstacle courses, and that's the other one, like a different game show, something like Survivor versus a D&D type
got you
game show.
Right.
But they're all broadcast to the entire universe, and the way you can do well, which again reminded me of Hunger Games, is like getting like views, sponsors, likes, followers, and things like that. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I thought the concept was really friggin' cool. I really did like all of that.
I love that throughout this whole thing, Donut is just like, they haven't put us on the TV yet.
Yes. Yes.
When are we going to get our airtime?
Yeah. Carl, they didn't feature us.
What the hell is this crap?
Where are we?
Maybe they'll put us on this week.
Or when she was killing, I don't remember which one of the monsters, or it was like a bunch of monsters coming at them. She's like, die, fucker, die! I cannot deny that this book made me laugh out loud multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times.
It's so good.
Some of the monsters, though, were just like, okay, so we talked about the juicer guy. Basically just like an alien that has kind of like, it seems that, and they kind of brought this up in the story, that the monsters or the bosses that are in this dungeon are alien, but they take on stereotypical features of people from Earth. So you have like the juice head. There was like the hoarder, right?
There was a fish with boobs, giant boobs.
Oh, that's the
Odette.
game? That's the host.
That's
Odette,
the
right?
interviewer. Yeah, that's Odette.
She's just tits.
But what was up? And this part, I don't know if I just didn't comprehend what I was reading, but the pig ball. But when it exploded, it was like all of these like animals that were like going to like some kind of like S&M meetup or something like that. I was like, what? Did I read that right? Like, did they really just say like they dropped a strap on the floor? I'm like, what is going on?
Yes, and I think it mentions one of the Meadowlark employees. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Amani. She drops the dildo that she picked up from the exploding S&M party, and Donut picked one up as well and kept it.
This book is ridiculous. It's so good.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, it's so funny. Like a lot of the parts that so we have that. We have the AI announcer that is obsessed with Carl's feet.
Obsessed. Like so bad.
And it hits you with it so early.
Yes. I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
You get
It
hit
is
with an
early.
AI with a foot fetish within the first like 10 chapters.
Yes.
Yeah. It was when he killed that first goblin, right? It was like, ooh.
It's like, well, no.
Look at those toes.
The AI started off really chill. It was like, oh yeah, you use your feet. People enjoyed that. And then the second time he did it was like, yeah, keep doing that.
I think so much that he was gifted some kind of like pedicure kit that he has to keep using it in order to like maintain certain level of something. I don't fully understand the way the experience points and that kind of thing works, but yeah, like I was like, oh wow, he's got to like pumice his feet every night. He's using a peg. What are they called? The pet egg or whatever they are. Like that's what I'm imagining.
100%. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And he learns too by the end of this book. I mean, this is only the first 2 floors. The last book was floor 9, I think, was the most recent one that came out, and floor 10 is the one that's coming out in like a month or 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
He learned
I
you
can't.
do what the AI wants. The AI likes it, you do it.
Oh boy. So Garrett, does this get more ridiculous as we go on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can tell you the reason. If I only did the first book, I never would have recommended it to anybody. It was
Okay.
I was so entertained by it, but it was so ridiculous. Considering the AI with a foot fetish, never would have recommended this to anybody. But it gets.
I would have.
There's more ridiculous things that happens. Like it does get pretty crazy in terms of what this book had, but it also gets, I mean, as you keep going, it gets so much more serious too.
Okay.
You learn about the world, why these races and whatever world government companies are doing this. You learn
Right.
like the world building on it. And you probably think I'm crazy to a degree since you only did the first book, which is the first 2 floors of the dungeon. Like it gets so much more serious and so much more developed as you keep going. There's some absolutely wild shit that happens, but I think the first couple of books, it's a lot more, we're just going to throw this in there and make you say, what the fuck am I reading? Than some of the later books, but there's
Keep you hooked.
Yeah.
Got
But
you.
by the time, book 4, book 5, by the time you get there, they're really diving into the world dynamics, why this dungeon is so important for Borant Corporation and all this other stuff that's going on.
Right.
Okay. Because you don't get a whole lot about that. There's a little bit you get in the first book about, and again, I don't know if I wrapped my head around it the right way, but something about like the company's going bankrupt. They need this to finish quickly so they can collect their money. And that's why they've shortened the time span in between floors by a little bit. They're just trying to get this over with. But that's really all you get. You don't really know a whole lot about like what you're saying, Garrett. Like clearly there's a lot more that you're going to find out. So
Right.
knowing that, actually, I might be interested in continuing because it's not just don't get me wrong, I love the ridiculousness of this, but you're gonna get more backstory is what you're okay.
It gets
Alrighty.
more real. It dives
Alright.
into Carl's relationship with Miss Beatrice. It dives into his childhood. It dives into you get Mordecai becomes a lot more significant
I love
through
Mordecai.
the rest of the
I
series.
love Morty.
I love
You learn
him.
about his time when he was in the dungeon. It expands and again, if it was like the first or second, maybe third book that I read, never would have suggested it to anybody. But by
Okay.
the time you get to 4, 5, 6, 7, it's a legitimate fantasy sci-fi story. There's so much going on. Matt Dinniman does a fantastic job at building the entire world of Dungeon Crawler World and the universes that hold that game show and everything. And it becomes, which is why I now, having caught up to everything he's released, would recommend this book to people. Like,
Got you.
first book, you get a foot fetish in the first, 4 chapters, but
And a cat shooting lasers at its eyes.
Yes. Yep. Oh, and like goblins that are meth heads. That was the other.
Indeed.
I was looking over the Dungeon Crawler Carl wiki before this just to get a refresher because again, read it, listened to it 2+ years ago, and I got to a line. I need to read it directly if I can find it. Absolutely ridiculous. Carl punches a bad llama in the throat to death and steals its meth. And that in turn starts a drug war between the llamas and the goblins.
Yes. But not before they built him the motorcycle.
Right?
Thank God.
I love when Donut gets up on her lap and is like, tell me about your father. And she's just like, ah!
I know. Like a little therapist.
It seems like you have daddy issues. And she just breaks down. So
It is random. It is definitely
so
random.
good.
But I really loved I loved most of it. I will say, when we got out of part 1, finishing out part 2, I was kind of like, okay, I'm getting a little like, it felt like kind of the same things over and over again. Like we have to, we go into a neighborhood and we have to find the monsters in this neighborhood and then we
Yeah.
have to get the boss in this neighborhood. I was like, okay, it felt a little bit repetitive, but I think that's the point for the first book, just to kind of get you used to how
Yeah.
this works, which makes sense for a first book in a series. I mean, we know, Deb, that a lot of the times the first book in a series can be a little bit like, okay, we get it. Can we get somewhere else
Right.
now? But it makes sense.
Right.
I was still thoroughly entertained.
Yeah.
A part of it, so the first book is the first 2 floors, and it's kind of just, like you're saying, it's repetitive. It's the introduction into the game show of
Right.
Dungeon Crawler World, right?
Right.
After floor 2, so book 2 on, they do a book. Each floor has its own theme.
Okay.
Every third floor is like a major milestone theme, because I can't really think of a better way to describe it, where this is much more significant than the other floors, which is kind of, there's this little gimmick and this is what you have to do in this floor to do this to unlock whatever and get to the next floor.
Okay.
But the first 2 floors, are kind of the same thing.
Okay. One of the other things I didn't really understand, like I understand, but I would, if it were me in this dungeon, first of all, dead right away. I'd be fucking dead.
No.
That
I think you'd hold your own.
that goblin car, whatever it was, would have run me over on, chapter 3 or whatever it was. I would have been a goner.
No, I think you would have been like, bitch, are you kidding me?
No.
Yes.
I probably
think
just would have
so.
laid down and been like, fuck it, just let me die.
Take me now.
So when they meet up with the members of like the
Meadowlark.
assisted living, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So they're just kind of trying to move them from floor to floor without like any confrontation. Is it because you have to gain experience to do better in this dungeon that they keep looking for bosses and monsters to kill? Because
Yeah.
I would just try to lay low and find the next entrance and just try to keep going. You know what I mean?
And that's something you could potentially do, but the monsters as you go down each floor get more difficult and more difficult. Typically with any video game or anything you play, the farther into it you
Right.
go, they get more hit points, they get stronger, more defenses, more attack damage, stronger spells, things like that. So in order to not just get completely fucked at the lower floors as you keep going down, they need to get the experience so that they themselves can get more defenses, hit points,
Okay.
stronger
Right.
spells, and things like that.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Interesting. Now, at the beginning of this, when they enter the dungeon, Carl and Princess Donut already have a certain level of strength. I don't know what you call them. But so when you're playing like one of these like RPG games, like when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. So if I were to start playing this game, would I start off with a certain number of
Yes.
Yep. So when you build your character in RPGs, you get, like they did, you get to pick a race, you get to pick a class, and those classes and races by default have certain points. So like with D&D as an example, if you pick a gnome, you're probably going to have much lower strength but more charisma or wisdom or something like that, versus an orc or a giant or some shit, you would have a lot more strength than intelligence, and
Okay.
so on and so forth.
Is this like Final Fantasy kind of? Is that a thing? I remember Uncle Jimmy playing Final Fantasy, and I don't know, kind of came into my head a
I
little
didn't
bit.
know he played Final Fantasy. That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, old school, like we're talking like
Yeah.
NES Final Fantasy, but
Right.
Kinda.
kind of not really. You can say
I
I'm
mean,
totally off base, Gare.
no,
You can
I
say
mean,
no,
I
man, shut
know-
up.
I mean, I'm familiar with Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X because that's what my brothers played and I would watch them play. You can, when you level up, you get points to put to whatever stats, and you can do that in Final Fantasy as well. Like if you're the characters that you're using, you want a certain one to be better with physical attacks or ranged attacks or whatever, you can put the points into that as you level up to make those stronger.
Okay.
And you can do that in Final Fantasy too.
Okay. I was just curious because
Yeah.
one of the video games that I've heard of, so just asking. It all sounds really cool, and I kind of feel like lame because I don't know what everybody who's a gamer, they
Don't feel
very
lame.
much enjoy what they do. I just I just can't figure out buttons, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing over here.
You'd be fine. You give it like a week and you'd be fine.
You sound just like Steve and Dean. And Dean has even less patience with me than Steve does. And Dean's like, Mom, just figure it out. You'll be fine. You'll get it. They give you a tutorial, Mom. I'm like, okay. Sorry.
I love it. Oh, this
He's literally like,
is
you go
real.
through a tutorial. I'm like,
yeah, you
okay.
did.
I know. It's not enough, though.
And they start you off slow. They don't just like throw you in there.
That is not true. Okay, so
Yes, it is.
we've established that Resident Evil 4 is my favorite video game ever. They did the remake. I made Steve get it for the PC. I never played it because I was too scared. I talked to you the other night about it, and I'm like, I'm going to try it. So I go through, and like, yeah, in the beginning, not a whole lot is going on. All of a sudden, you're dropped into the middle of a pile of shit, and I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm literally screaming in the office and handing the remote to Steve saying, just get me out of here because I'm going to die.
It's not that serious, though. You would figure it out. You would.
Yeah, just go. Easy.
Just do it. Who cares if you die?
I do.
You come back.
True.
It's not real life.
It's on your record, though.
Oh, whatever. Who cares? Put it on easy mode and just go for it.
I know. He probably was a dick and put me on hard mode because I was like, just set it up for me and hand me the remote. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Just set it up.
Let's see just how much she remembers.
Yeah. And it's totally different from the one that I've played. It is so different. I'm thinking I'm going to play the exact same game with just like better graphics.
Right.
Nope. Nope.
Too funny.
Anywho, I do like this book though. I will. And I'm actually, Gar, I'm very happy that you're here and telling me that they get a little bit more in depth and to,
Right.
maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ahead and just do audio from here on.
I'm sure you can read it physically and enjoy it still, but I think everything that Jeff Hayes did for the narration just made it's a proper experience to listen to this book as an audio.
Okay.
To hear the AI
I like it.
in a low grumbling voice talk about Carl's feet. I mean, it's
Yeah. I might have to go back and see what that's like because
It's good. It's good.
that is so funny.
It's so funny.
Oh, and then the part where they go on that one the reality TV aspect is throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they go on that one talk show with the one that's not so nice. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
And apparently he's like, his family is like big into, they're going to meet him on level 9 or something like that, they said. But then apparently after they're on this show, because it doesn't go well for him because Carl just gives him a lot of shit. Apparently somebody makes like a deep fake, that's what I'm calling it, of a sex tape of them.
The Maestro is his name.
The Maestro, thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Yep, he comes back too.
Okay.
Oh my
The sex tape's not
God.
real, right? This was a deep fake, right? Okay, good. All right, good.
It's so
The
good.
only thing they what was it she said? She was like, "Oh, there was a video that came out where Carl has the upper hand or something like that." I was like, "Oh Lord, I know what that means." Carrie's like, "Yeah, no." All right. Why don't we go through some rapid fire questions? We might have touched on a lot of this, but we'll put it in its own little section of the episode for today. So, who's everyone's favorite character? I know Donut, Princess Donut.
I like Ellie. She is so entertaining.
Who's Ellie?
She was one of the nursing home residents
Oh.
that kept flirting with Carl.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Do you see the theme here?
Or Agatha. Agatha was also very entertaining.
Is
Gary
she the one with the
enjoys the
shopping cart?
geriatrics. Yes.
Now, when we leave off in this book, apparently Agatha may or may not be somebody special-ish. She might be
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
She might
yes.
be a plant. Yeah, I'm gonna think the way they left it off made it feel like very obvious that she's a little bit more important than they make her out to be.
She's not the typical crawler.
Okay.
I think it's a while before you actually find out her significance.
Okay.
I don't think it's until like book 5.
Oh, wow. Well, they're hinting it very early now that there's something going. She's very protective of that shopping cart. Good Lord.
Oh, yes. That is her homeless person shopping cart.
Okay. It's got a lot of spray paint in there.
Sure does.
Is it just for sniffing fumes or?
Can't knock till you try it.
My God.
I do like the smell of spray paint.
Oh my God.
I don't
the two of
sniff
you.
it. I don't sniff it. I'm not like, what is that? What is the word when you what is
Huff
that
it?
called? I don't know. I clearly don't do drugs, everyone.
Thank God.
Well, anyway. I mean, yeah. Good. Man, Prosecco fucks me up, man. Anyway.
I'm immune at this point.
All right, funniest moment.
I don't know about funny, but when they blow up essentially the nursery.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
I was like,
there's a boss in there. Let's blow it up and just get it over with. Turns out there were like 40 children in there too.
Oh my god.
but then like they try to make it better by saying like, oh no, it wasn't real. The kids are all with their parents, and then like a sentence later is like, just kidding, they're all fucking dead. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god.
We would never
my
laugh
God.
at this in real life, people.
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. This is a book. This is fake. This is so
They're
fake.
goblins. Goblins aren't real. Come on.
Goblins.
Yeah.
Goblin children.
Or quite literally anything involving the foot fetish made me laugh out loud. Legitimately.
Yeah.
I would agree too. Anytime there was a reference to a foot fetish, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Amanda, the AI, Jeff Hayes.
Amanda.
Jeff Hayes. Yeah, Amanda. That's your name. Jeff Hayes, his narration of everything with the AI, like, he gets gravelly in his voice with the AI when Carl uses his feet for something. Just
It's good.
Really, Zayden and Fourth Wing right there on par.
Oh no. Don't ruin that for me, Gary. I swear to God.
I think he just did.
Don't mess with Zaddy, because if I have to think about a foot fetish every time I hear Zayden come on, I will.
That's all I'm gonna think about now.
It's not gonna be good for us, Gary. It's done. I'm trying to find an example, but anytime the AI comes on with like an achievement or something like that, the way they explain it is just so sarcastic and he's such an asshole, whatever this is. I was like, your reward, you're alive, dickhead. Like, be happy, something like that. And I just thought it was so funny.
That continues throughout the series. That is a bigger part of the comedic relief in the rest of the story is the AI and the shit that it says and does. And it's fantastic.
Here's one that I thought was really funny. I'm glad I kind of dog-eared this. When they the rage elemental that they have to fight, and the AI is explaining what it is and basically saying like, you're going to die. The last sentence, in other words, you are fucked. Absolutely bite the pillow, fucked. I was like, how can you not laugh at this? It is so funny. So that's my favorite funny part, is whenever this whatever this is comes on and explains what you're fighting or what box you're opening. It's just so fucking funny.
Oh my God.
All right, most shocking moment. I'm saying the whole thing, just beginning to end.
Yeah. Yep. There is way too many things that, as I'm listening to this book, just made me go, what the fuck did I just listen to?
Correct.
The entire first book is just, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
Shock to your system.
It was a lot, but in a good way. I mean, I'm not complaining whatsoever. All right, favorite dungeon element.
I don't know if it's considered an element, but our announcer just like every step of the way.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, just the whole thing I like. I mean, I legitimately, if it didn't cost me my actual life, I would love to do that. That would be so entertaining to do that in real life instead of on a screen. But
If you could,
You know,
if respawning was
if
an
I
option.
could. Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. All right. Well, this actually is the next question is very appropriate. Would you survive the dungeon?
100%. First
Nope.
2 floors, easy.
I think I would be okay for like a few floors.
You would be
I
my
don't know.
donut.
Yes. Oh, I'm the donut to your car.
Honestly, I probably,
So
when
cute.
like the portal entered on the surface of the earth, I probably would have been like, fuck that. I'm not going in there.
I think
Building
I don't even think I
falling?
would have
Let me
made it
dive
into
in
the
there real
dungeon.
quick.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
I don't know, man.
House collapsing? Let me try to catch that real quick.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, Gary, these questions are for you. What skills would Deb and I need to absolutely survive this?
Honestly, Amanda, I think you'd be fine.
You're too nice, Gare. You can
Amanda,
be
if
mean.
you
It's
go
okay.
down, see, you don't tolerate a lot of the bullshit. You just go down there. You'd be probably more similar to Carl of what the fuck is going on. I'm just gonna do it and live.
Okay.
And you would just go. Maybe I think you'd be fine.
Okay. And there's some strength maybe I'm gonna need.
Maybe.
A lot of it.
You got the wit. You get there.
Aw, Gare, I'm liking even more now.
Deb would be fine. She'd be my donut. She'd be chill.
I'd be shooting lasers from my eyeballs.
I actually can totally see that. Anybody that's been
Lasers!
in the line of Deb's death stare on Earth knows. Dangerous.
I get it every day. Don't worry.
You don't want to be there.
No, you
I
do
got
not
the
get it
tolerance.
every day. You're so mean to me.
Absolutely not.
All right, Gare, if you had to bring one thing into the dungeon, Deb doesn't count, what would you bring?
Can I have my own real donut? I'll bring the cat and the dog.
Okay.
Boomer's not going to do much for you. I hate to tell you that.
No.
Mario's not going to do much for you.
Neither
either.
of them would, but, keep me grounded.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cute.
Keep you going.
What would you bring, Deb?
I don't know. Honestly. If I couldn't bring Gary, I don't,
Yeah, people don't count. You can't bring people.
I think I'd bring a bat or something.
A bat?
Something that could do some damage.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not going in there empty-handed.
You wouldn't bring a pew-pew? 'Cause that's what I would bring.
No.
I'd bring no socks, no shoes.
Ah, nice.
No pants. Nothing.
Sandals.
Boxers
only.
Bare feet. Yeah. Hey, listen, he's doing pretty good, so it might
Oh,
work out for you.
I'd bring a bottle of wine. I'm going to need it to get through all that.
Aren't there's goblins too that make moonshine too as
Mhm.
well? That's a little too
Hey,
much for me. I
You don't
like
need to
it.
bring any drugs. You can get meth down there. You're good.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The llama's
thanks.
got you.
Meth llama. Oh my God, that reminds me of freaking Llamageddon.
I don't know what that is.
Ask Gary.
How convenient. He's right here.
What am I being asked? I zoned out.
Llamageddon.
Oh, one of the absolute best pieces of cinema ever created.
No, absolutely not.
The budget for the
Okay.
movie was like $50,000 and Amazon bought it for like $2 million.
Sounds like it's right up there with Sharknado.
Right up there with Velocipaster.
Okay. Anywho.
Please.
Please continue. We don't need to dive down that rabbit hole.
Oh my God. All right. Gary is up to date with the series. Deb, are we going to continue with this series?
I think I would.
Now that you're saying, after hearing Gary say that it's more than just that, which again, I have no problem with what was in this. I thought it was very funny, but you get a little bit more going, okay, now that I know that, maybe, yes, I will. Not all in one sitting. I'm going to need to do like a little bit at a time and get through some other things too. But yeah, I think I would. I think I would.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of people would enjoy this book?
Nerds. I mean,
Fair.
you enjoyed it and you're not a nerd.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
dorky though.
I think anybody that likes any sort of fantasy type genre would enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't think you have to be familiar with Dungeons and Dragons or video games or any type of nerd shit, but I not having to ask the question of what is mana probably helps with the comprehension of everything, but
I mean, like, I got it.
yeah.
I could still get through it, but I was like, I've
Right.
never heard that term before. Like, I can kind of understand what they're talking about, but
I don't know that I would necessarily recommend this type of book to like dad though. I don't know. I don't know.
I already did. Like, what? But I did, but I was only like very, very beginning of it when I was like, oh, this is so different. This is really funny. This is very cool. That's when I was like, oh yeah, Dad, you should read
That was
this.
pre-foot fetish.
As I went on, I was like, I don't know if he's going to like this.
He would be a toss-up. I could see either way. I could see him absolutely loving it and the humor and every ridiculous thing that happens. I could see him being like, yeah, Amanda, what's going on with you? Why'd you tell me to read this?
I'm going to say, Gary said.
I could see him properly. I mean, he likes a lot of nerd shit. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I could see him enjoying it.
That's where we got it from.
But
Okay. But yeah, this is not like your typical, like, if any of my friends that read Megan Quinn and Abby Jimenez say, like, do you want a book recommendation? This is not where I'm starting.
Right.
With this.
Definitely not.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. Where do we rate this? Deb and I do a star rating, on a 1 to 5 stars. What did you go first, Gare, because you're the guest of honor?
overall,
Yes.
maybe like a 3.5, 3 3/4.
I like where your head is because that's where I was going to.
Yeah. I was
Like
going
a
with like
3.75.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
and it I mean, not the greatest series ever written, but it's very entertaining. They build the
Mhm.
world, especially as you keep going. I think the series itself is probably like 4.25.
Okay.
But the first book, it's a lot more of that ridiculousness just to kind of engage you
Right.
instead of and just setting up everything that's going to happen. I mean, they mentioned the ninth floor. The most recent book that came out was the ninth floor, the last one to be released. So
Okay.
it's a lot of build up to these things that are happening later in the series. Because I mean, they talk about how the floors work, kind of the significance of every third floor, whatever. Ninth floor is a big floor, and then you get to I think it's 15, and they mention that's when gods start coming in and things like that, the God
Oh,
Wars or
wow.
whatever,
So
shit
there's a
like that.
lot to. Okay. So since you're current with the books that have been released, without any spoilers, which one is your favorite so far? Like, what do we have to look forward to as far as Gary's favorite book?
The most recent one was the Faction Wars. That one was good. I think maybe 1 or 2 before that. Eye of the Bedlam Bride. I think that's book 5.
Wow. There's a lot of. So
Was
they're just going to
very,
keep
very
going.
good. Yeah.
So we're going to get. So this book was floors 1 and 2. So are we getting one book per floor till the end? I mean, can we assume that Carl's going to make it the
Wow.
whole way down, or is somebody going to take over? Are we going to get a different point of?
Donut.
Who knows?
We don't know.
We don't know. But I think Eye of the Bedlam Bride, I think that's the 6th book.
Okay.
Very, very good. I liked it a
Okay.
lot. There's a lot that happens in there for the story, especially leading up to, I think that's floor 7. So like leading up to what's going to be the next couple of floors, there's a lot going on in there.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think Beatrice is dead. I think she's in there somewhere.
Maybe.
She might be.
Just a prediction.
Who knows?
Mark it.
Mark it. Writing it down.
This is fun. I like this format of talking about
I do
about
too.
books. Just kind of just bullshit. Like we were just
Roll with
sitting
it.
around.
Yeah.
This was fun. Well,
Yeah.
have you read any other books like this, Gare, that are kind of similar to this, or this is kind of like in a category all of its own?
This is the only lit RPG I've ever read.
Okay.
So
What other books would you recommend to maybe some of our boy
obviously
listeners out there that might
anything
not like
Brandon
all of our
Sanderson.
smutty recommendations?
If you go into the Cosmere, you will not come out. I can almost guarantee it.
I
Brandon
know lots of
Sanderson,
girls like that series too.
Yeah.
and it's
It's
Audrey just
good.
started it.
Yep, it's good because you don't have to worry about your author taking 10 fucking years to write the sequel to a book. I'm not throwing shade at anyone with the initials PR or GRRM.
GRRM.
No shade at them for taking 10 plus years to write conclusions to their series that were so widely beloved. During COVID, Brandon Sanderson wrote and released 4 books. 2020,
Wow.
he wrote and edited 4 books and released them in 2021.
Holy shit. That's a
Yeah.
lot of work. And
He's
his
a
books are not
beast.
short either.
No.
Mm-mm.
They're not just like little novellas. They're decent sized books.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of the Stormlight Archives are an entirely different beast than Mistborn or Wax and Wane, which are Mistborn, I think were about 30 hours each listening.
Okay.
Stormlight Archives, the first book was 40 something, and the most recent book that came out was 60 hours to listen to.
Holy
Whew.
shit.
So good. So good. So much happens.
Do you
I
think
love that,
I would
man.
like something like that? Because that's very high fantasy, right? I think, and if correct me if I'm wrong, Mistborn is not as that level as because I've heard like Mistborn is like you get into it, read Mistborn, and then Stormlight Archives is
Yeah.
like crazy fucking high fantasy stuff.
That's usually my suggestion to people is if they're on the fence about starting Brandon Sanderson, I usually suggest either one of the spin-off books, like one of the standalones, like Tress of the Emerald Sea is a really good one to kind of dip your feet into Brandon Sanderson.
Mhm.
Mistborn, I also suggest if you're looking for a series instead of a standalone book, just because they're not young adult, but they're kind of a little closer to the young adult feel where it's, it's not as much as the Stormlight Archives are. The Stormlight Archives are a lot.
Yeah.
But once you kind of get the taste of Brandon Sanderson's writing and how he's going about his stories and everything, I feel like Stormlight Archives becomes a lot less scary
Okay.
to start,
That makes
a lot
sense.
less intimidating.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. We'll get there.
It's a lot. I got a lot to do, and March is a busy month for books that are coming out.
Sure is.
We've
What
got
do we
Navessa
got?
Allen, we've got Abby Jimenez, we've got some romantasy coming out. I can't remember if it's the sequel to When the Moon Hatches next month, but I think very soon we're gonna have the next Shield of Sparrows book. We've got a lot
The
coming out
next Metal
soon.
Slinger book is coming out too
Yes.
soon. We got a lot.
We got a lot going on.
Stay tuned, everybody.
All right, so Gary, thank you so much for being here. This was actually so much friggin' fun. We loved having you here. You have to
Thank
come
you.
back.
Of course, we'll do, especially when you guys decide to start reading Brandon Sanderson.
We will. We will. It's going to be a bit, but we will get there, I promise. Yes.
I'll hold you to it.
All right. Well, and just so everybody knows, we will not have anything out next week. It's been crazy balls in my house, going through the whole entire house. I haven't had a chance to read anything at all. And Deb will be away next week. So we are taking a week off, but we will be back with bells on. With what? We have no fucking idea, but When we know, you'll know.
Yeah. When the next one comes out, you'll know what we did.
You'll know. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us while we talked about this insane book. But
Thanks,
so much
honey.
fun. We will, yes, I think we're going to keep going through this. Yes, Gar, thank you so much.
Of course.
What
Thank
a good
you.
brother-in-law.
I try. I do my
You're
best.
doing a good job. You're doing a good job. All right. We will see everybody in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out. Deb.
I'm not doing one because the person who said that our sign-offs were cringy is here. So sorry, everybody. You could blame Gary.
Poor Gary.
Bye, Gary.
It's only a red flag if it's feet.
No, I know. We'll end it with this. God damn it, Donut. See you in 2 weeks.
God damn it, donut.
Bye. Bye.